Hello, this is John Piper with the weekend video clip, and Saturday the 6th of June. Starting with Bitcoin this morning, mainly because it's fairly simple compared to the equities, which are anything but at the moment. Anyway, Bitcoin, we've seen the 5-wave form. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's only one of 5 to there with an ABC due. I'm currently short of Bitcoin. I think it's slightly underwater. Stops above here, I think. Expecting a C-wave decline. But if it goes below the low here, then I would say the peak's actually in, and we're in a wave 2, which could go down to 50% level around 7,001, or maybe at least down to 7,800, down to there. So that's the position really. So my expectation is another fall below 9,000, and then a third wave thrust up. So if that's correct, we could see 12, 13,000 in coming weeks before we see a wave 2 develop, which of course will disappoint everybody with a break up above 10,000. Takes down 10,000, below 10,000 again, cause all the misery you expect to find at a major low, and then we'll see that thrust up above 20,000. So that's my basic scenario right now, so fairly straightforward. Right, Ethereum is slightly more positive despite this rather unsatisfactory rally up here, but assuming that's a 5, and that's a slight stretch, but if that's a 1, that could be a 2, and hit 38.2, so it's not so dreadful. Followed by a 1, a 2, a 5 part 3, and now a 4. The only problem is you've got slight, or not an overlap, it's a slight overlap there with 1. That's not ideal. So again, we're looking more positive. It could be that the wave 3 has already begun on Ethereum. We just need to resolve the current this current low. It looks like we might see another leg down, in fact, as per Bitcoin, but that would go even deeper than there. So there are a few question marks on Ethereum, but there is a case for more upside, but first a sell-off. Well, in my last report, I said that gold had support around 1675, where C would equal A. We actually bounced just below 1670. That could be the low here, maybe about time. No real change of opinion. I think we're still going up, but obviously need to wait for some confirmation. So we'll look very short term. Well, on the 5-minute chart, this rally is not too impressive really. So the possible 5 there, 1, 2, 3, there's an overlap there, ABC. There is support there obviously, but you need perhaps a bit more to go on before using it. No change on silver either. It's not in the broad terms. You've got this 1, 2. I think it's a 1 of 3, 2 or 3 maybe, and this could be 3 or 3 starting up. So again, we've got a major buying opportunity. Just need to wait for some confirmation of that. Right, the Dow's been on, I think, right around 2,000 points since June began. I think 1,000 points yesterday. So it's certainly in a very, very buoyant mood. We were back to 78.6% retracement. Remains the case, this is all a big ABC. A, B, C. We have got 5 rows up now, but I think it'd be a brave man to call the peak at this point. So look at the shorter term. Alright, currently this move here, which I've labelled 3 for the time being, is actually the shortest now. So wave 3 is not meant to be the shortest. So I think maybe it's a 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is a third of a third, which I say was really dramatic yesterday. I did sell some calls, in fact, a bit lower down, I think around here, in fact. So it went 750 points, but I did rather well on hedging that, because I tend to over-hedge, and I kept taking profits, and that worked out quite nicely, in fact. And they've got like 1,000 points of cover, so I'm okay at the moment. It's only a small quantity of calls, but with some puts lower down. It looks like we're going to see new highs already. This is actually a third wave. Then I should easily make new highs. Quite how that meshes with the current shutdown, lockdown, sort of virtual civil war in the US that appears to be. Businesses going bust all over the place. I just don't know, but I guess the bigger companies are well capitalised, so they're not really too bothered. A lot of the competition has vanished, perhaps. I don't know. It's just hard to fathom what's going on. Really, you'd think that during the crisis, as we still have clearly, the share market would be much lower and depressed. There's massive talk about insolvencies and redundancies, etc., etc., etc. But I guess if we have universal income, if the dollar's going to collapse, which is possible, then in the market priced in mini dollars is indeed would be worth a lot higher. So I guess there is a logic there if you seek to find it. It's not a very encouraging logic for the state of the world, but I mean, it can be seen to justify much higher prices. If the dollar halves, then the market could double, and there's talk of the dollar doing a lot more than just halving with all the money that's being spent. So I should say printed rather than spent. It's just being created out of thin air, and the Fed just buys bonds with money it doesn't have them, by the sounds of it. Anyway, the effect is a much increased money supply, which of course will depress price eventually. Okay, well the same goes to the DAX really, with a 1, 2, it's all part of a 3 move. 1, 2. I mean, that could be a 4, I suppose. So there could be the 5th of 3 might be upon us already. Again, I'm not saying it's a definite thing. I mean, the EU's in a different situation. They've got the problem with Germany is now blocked. It's gone against EU law, in fact, and has blocked some form of money printing. It's taken unilateral control, which of course the UK's have been trying to do, but maybe now can do it more readily over the seas, etc. Perhaps. But the EU's in disarray. Perhaps is not. I mean, the whole thing might collapse, I think, or at least split up. As there certainly are some strains in the system, which may or may not be a good thing. I just don't know really. I mean, I guess my concern being forced to have vaccinations and various digitised tracking cards and whatever else that could be part of this process with the virus, etc., which is now shown to be less deadly than the common flu, which I said about, I think, 2 months ago. At least I said I thought it might be rather than definitely, because there was so much confusion about the whole thing. Anyway, the count looks very, very positive at the moment, we could easily see new highs, I think. Well, FTSE is continuing to lag here quite dramatically, so we've yet to retrace 61% here. Maybe the pound is more stable, perhaps that's what's happening here. And we've still got a possible ABC count here, A, B, C, although this rally here doesn't look like it's actually over yet. But 6870 is where C would equal A, so maybe that will still be of some relevance on FTSE. So the wave count for this rally would then become 1, 2, it's pretty clear. That's sort of pretty messy. 5, I suppose. 1, ABC 2. It could be a 3 to there, and a 4, and then a final 5 to end 3, and then we do a 4th wave and a 5th wave to complete either the whole rally at ABC or wave 3 of an impulsive wave 5. An impulsive 5-wave move. Which suggests we are going to see a 4 and a 5 in higher degree and possibly higher prices. So, yeah, there was a very strange place right now, but I guess if there's an expectation for substantial devaluation of these major currencies, then it does make some kind of logic. If the people are buying now because I think it's a good hedge against that devaluation which they're expecting, then I guess that does make sense. Anyway, that's all for today. I found it useful. It's certainly a very interesting time to be commentating on markets and trading markets. Certainly had a good day yesterday, so that was good. See how it goes next week. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.